Are we live? Is this thing on? Is it? Goddamn. Can you hear me? Can you hear us at least? Hello.
Best podcast, huh? To where you're the one leading the topic and you can't even be heard.
Now is it good? Yeah, there we go. Why does it... I don't know why it does this. Okay. Hello!
Nice. Hi.
It's podcast time. There we go. Alrighty. Howdy,
There we go. There's our icons.
There we are. We're up on screen.
Unfortunately, we are sticking to our name of 1 out of 4 because this is our third podcast of missing a crew member.
Oh my God.
Last time it was me. So
1 out of 4 podcasts has had all of us here.
This time, take a wild. That's true. 1 out of 4. It always comes back.
Yeah.
Staying on brand. Let's
but
go.
To be fair, in Kaz's defense on this, it is Father's Day weekend.
That's true.
Yeah.
Plans are gonna happen. Like, I've kind of, like, blown off my family for, like, a little bit. And then I'm like, then I'll hang out with you. But, you know.
I mean, I'm fatherless, so we're good.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but I was gonna be the like,
I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm like, Fishie and I are fine. Fishie and I
we got nothing going on.
I want to eat myself out the window. I'm just gonna leave the podcast.
No.
I forgot. I'm so sorry. I feel like a terrible person now.
No, it's funny. We joke about it. That's our thing.
I made the joke. I brought it up.
I didn't know, but I freaking forgot about it. And I'm getting flashbacks to the board game.
Oh my God. Don't even. That was legendary. That was so funny.
God. Well,
Burning Man.
I'm glad you guys have, you know, or at least here with me today. So
yeah.
Even though I don't know what's gonna happen, and I fear.
Yes.
It's for us to know, and you to find out.
And you will.
Oh boy.
I will be transparent in saying I have screenshots ready for that was part of my prep last night of just getting screenshots for visuals for Jax and Jax alone.
Yes.
Because we're not gonna name drop anyone. However, there are certain visuals that you specifically need.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. So, I guess the topic is cults. I don't know why we're on this topic.
Well, first off, welcome to the 1 out of 4 podcast. I'm Collin Pylord. That over there is Jax, Jacqueline, and the other one is Fishie Comics.
Yes, that is us.
Yeah. And Kaz, like I said, is not with us at the moment. So
yeah, but our icon is here in spirit.
Yeah, always. So today's an interesting episode, just because this is a very personalized kind of thing. I guess is personalized the right word?
Half and half.
Yeah, how do you even start this? So, I guess at the beginning, this is how we found this shit out. Collin and I were just chatting, as we do. You know, we're having, you know, the Discord talks or whatever, you know, just relaxing. And he brings up, there's a cult in my area. And I jokingly say, oh, you too? And he's like trying to remember the name, and he's saying it, and I'm like, is it this one? He's like, yeah. And we both just kind of stop and look at each other, and we're like, do we
There's more than one?
Yeah. Because
that was our reaction.
That was the thing. It's just like, there's more?
Yeah.
So, there is a cult located in both of our cities.
Yes.
More so, there's so many in Collin's area. Oh my God.
There is a lot in New York that I did not realize.
It's ridiculous. So, yeah, This is a legitimate cult. Okay. Alleged cult, I guess I have to say. I'm not going to say the names, but I still don't want to get in trouble for it.
Mm-hmm.
But they own and operate a lot of, like, food stuff. They open up,
yes,
like, they operate a lot of, what is it? Yeah, food stuff, farms, communities, all of these things, and they don't advertise that they're part of a certain cult. They're just like, oh, we have this stuff. And
it's literally one of those, you walk in, you sit down, you have a nice meal, and then the employees walk up to you, and then they sit down with you, and they start asking about you, and they, try to get to know you a little bit.
Do they serve Kool-Aid?
Oh, I wish that would be the best. That would be the cherry on top.
Here's the thing. When I went there for the first time, right? I was invited by 2 friends.
That's the personal experience. Fishie actually
I've eaten
went to one of their
I went there.
Restaurants.
And you had no idea when you went there.
No. Here's the thing. And this kind of pissed me off afterwards, rightfully so, that I was taken there by friends. They're like, let's go to Redacted, Let's go there. And you're gonna hear me saying Redacted a lot because there's so many details that I'm just like, let's not say that so that way we don't get sued.
No, that's fair. It keeps you safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, I doubt there will. There's videos about this cult, and they're not sued, but, we are small, and I do not want to take the risk, especially since they are in my area. So,
yeah.
I was in, I think this was, it was either senior year of high school or freshman year of college, like around that time. And my friends are like, hey, let's go to Redacted. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Never been there before. What's it like? And they're just like, oh, the food's really good. Not saying anything else. And I'm like, oh, okay. We go in there.
Did they know about it and they're just being assholes?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, my lord.
Very much. They knew exactly what they were doing. So we go there, and, like, it's a nice place. The interiors are very nice. I'll give them that.
Yes.
They decorate it very
well.
well.
It's a very cozy looking place.
Yeah. It's very, like, homely. It feels like a spot that you just kind of stumble upon when you're going through the forest.
Did you say homely?
Well,
is that
their
not
home.
A word?
It's homey. Homely is, like, disgust, isn't it?
Could be. Maybe.
I'm not sure. English major, correct yourself.
It doesn't matter, just continue. I'm just being asked.
I'm like, shoot, I don't know. But we go in there, we eat, I have, like, they have, like, I don't know, the drink I had was some weird, like, homemade cola or something. Something about it was weird. In vibe, not in taste. It was like, okay, it doesn't taste like, exactly like Coke, but, like, it's fine. And, we do our thing, we stay around for a while. I start noticing that the waitresses look a little underfed, but I wasn't gonna comment about it.
Oh.
I was like, that seems odd, but, I'm not gonna judge. I don't know anything, which is still a correct statement. I didn't know anything. But we finish up, and we eventually leave, and my friends go, did you like it in there? And I'm like, it was alright. And they go, cool, that was a cult. And I'm like, haha, and they're like, no, that was a cult. And I was like, what? Yeah, that was a legitimate cult. You noticed the waitresses, right? And I'm like, yeah. Just, no, we they have good food, though. And I was like, you didn't think to tell me that this place was a cult. And they're like, you wouldn't have gone if we told you. And I'm like, damn right I wouldn't have gone.
Doesn't seem safe. What time of day did you go?
Dusk.
No! Why the fuck would you go around, like, dusk? Holy shit.
Yeah, the whole experience made me extremely angry. Because I was like, yeah, I don't want to spend money in a fucking cult. I don't want to support this. I was pissed. And then the next day I got sick. Completely unrelated, but everyone was just like, that fucking cola that you drank, it had some shit in it. You were poisoned by the cult. And I'm like, please stop saying that. Please.
I'll tell my experience with it really quick. It's a short one because I didn't go in, but I was hanging out with my friend up at his college, and we were walking around the town late at night, and we walked past the restaurant, and I was like, "Damn, that smells really good in there." And he turns to me and goes, "Oh, well, that's a cult." And I went, "Ha ha ha, that's funny." And he goes, "No, actually, they're a cult." And I went, "Oh, I didn't." And Fish and I, neither of us really looked into it until we found out, you know,
That we both went to it.
that we both encountered it.
It is just a rabbit hole of so much bad stuff.
It's a rabbit hole.
And
oh boy.
Weird facts that you wouldn't expect. Like, okay, I'm gonna post the screenshot of the Wikipedia article, but I'll read off some of it because there's an important detail in here that is so just dumb.
Are there other articles on it, or is it just Wikipedia?
There's many. This
there's
has been
many.
Very well,
there have been
many.
Investigations.
There's been investigations. There's been like documentaries. There's so much out there. There's
so I guess my question on this is, technically a cult is a organized religion. Yes. And technically they're protected for that. However, a cult is when they start going past, the limits of spiritual and start becoming much more of, I guess it could be more damaging. What proof is there of damages they've caused?
That's a great question.
I'm so
glad you asked.
I just have to ask. Man.
I know. This is a great question. Let's start with their beginnings. Quote, "The origins of Redacted can be traced back to a ministry of teenagers called Redacted. The ministry operated out of a small coffee shop called Redacted in the home of Redacted and his wife Redacted.
Oh my Lord.
They began living communally and opening a restaurant called Redacted, while its members were attending several churches before deciding to join Redacted. Members of Redacted, while affiliated with Redacted, caused friction within its establishment by bringing in anyone who was willing to come to them, including members of different social classes and racial groups, a practice which was not engaged with at the time. In 1975, the group arrived at Redacted, only to find that the service had been canceled for the Super Bowl, leading this group to form Redacted.
And that's where
that's the origin. Had they not canceled the Super Bowl, this shit would not exist.
No, they didn't cancel the Super Bowl. They canceled it for the Super Bowl.
If it weren't for the Super Bowl, this cult would not exist.
Religion's number one enemy, football.
Yep. If there's anything... God, it's so dumb. The names of all these things, too, I posted the screenshot. They are ridiculous. I'm not gonna say any of them out loud, because I don't want, you could do your own research, but just, oh my
god. Now, Jax had a question. Now, do we want to say some of the things they have been, I want to say accused, but it's beyond accused. It's more like...
Oh, there's video evidence of one of them.
Video evidence, yeah.
But we'll get there.
Do we want to get into that, or are we gonna get there? We'll get there. Okay, good. We'll get there.
Yeah. That one we'll get there.
You solve that for yourself, man.
But, you see, I have a list of things I want to bring up. The websites. Oh my god, the websites.
Ooh,
just look if these websites don't look like the Space Jam original website, I don't want it.
So,
I fear a Space Jam a cult now.
It always has been. What do you mean? Space Jam's always been a cult. Have you seen anyone who, I own it on Blu-ray. Space Jam is a cult in the jokey, fun way. Just like how Odd Taxi is a cult in the jokey, fun way. They don't, do certain things. But, so here is their first website for your viewing pleasure. Just, this is a screenshot of it. It's nice. It looks okay. You can kind of tell. You're like, oh, Nothing too crazy going on here.
It's when you scroll to the bottom of the page and it says like sponsored by Redacted.
and then
And
you're
it
like,
leads
oh,
you to their main website.
what's redacted? I'm glad you asked.
Oh.
Did
Look,
I?
this is the textbook definition of a cult website.
Oh.
Look at this.
There are
Look
people
at
being
That
murdered.
is indeed.
Just the audio.
Oh my
Lozzie.
god.
That is. I hate to say it, that is like Hollywood style, and that's bad.
Yes.
Yeah! You'd think they'd be more subtle, or that they would like, be like, people might get the wrong idea about us.
It's the one of two Hollywood ones.
Motherfuckers.
And you know the other one I'm talking about, but yeah,
Yeah.
this
I
is
know,
the.
but just what? That's not
This
all.
is definitely.
They got
This is. Yeah. Okay. Continue.
no. They
Yes,
have
moving on.
publications. They have
Yes.
books.
That are all free to read.
They are all free to read. We checked. We read some of them.
We
They're
read some of them.
fucking ridiculous. They range in like they range in topics from like
Why did you read them?
out of curiosity. Well, if we're going to roast this thing, right? If we're gonna make fun of it
Okay,
and
but
point
what
and
made
laugh,
you
we gotta
decide you wanted to go and roast this?
It's like one of them is about like it's like this musician is a prophet. They are such a good musician and we respect everything they do. And then it's another one that's like this rock will save the world.
he's
Ragnarok.
he is not exaggerating. Yeah, that's literally the plot of a Neil Breen film. And they're like, yes,
Yep.
we believe.
Awesome.
Let's see. I have them all here. Here's some of the publications. Just go ahead and
There
really
are
take
so
in.
many.
I'm a fan of the one in the middle.
Which one? There's two in the middle.
Middle right. The one that says now what?
This is my favorite.
That is also my favorite. I love Stone.
It looks like it's like flying. It's not even like settled on anything. It just looks like it's just nicely floating
The thing
across the ground.
The thing that not bothers but befuddles, I think. Befuddles is the correct term for it.
Befuddled.
Is some of the art on here is like really good.
Yes.
Like some of them look absolutely fantastic. And then you have other ones that were clearly made in just Photoshop in a minute.
The cookbook one is interesting.
Oh
yeah.
Or not cookbook, but you know what I mean.
Oh, there was one. Let me see. I didn't get I can. Oh, you talked about there's one that looks like Animorphs. Holy shit.
Oh my god, I have not thought about that book in forever.
This looks like, well, not, is it Animorphs? Like one of those children's books.
Yeah, it's the background.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's the
It's-
background and the kind of font.
Yeah, look, some of these covers are actually, like, really good. But it's like, why would you waste it on this cult?
On this, yeah.
Use your
Oh
talents
my
elsewhere.
god, that one's my birth year and month.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh, the one that's
yeah,
the
that's
one-
my birth month
is it-
and year.
which one? Dead or Dead Again?
And
I'm
That's
not good
the
at math.
first one.
that's the first one.
That's the first one. Oh.
Maybe I'm the chosen one. Maybe I'm the prophet.
Maybe you are, quote, dead again.
Not Dead Yet Productions.
Oh,
It
let's
all
go!
connects!
Let's go! We just throw-
Thought was actually a cult. Okay, no,
Can we
it's
just-
not, but
Can we just throw a
Christmas
cult in the
comic
background
coming
of
this
Thought now?
holiday season.
it'll save you.
Finding a way to put this cult into Thought now.
No, we're not.
Why not?
Yet.
I can see it.
Because it's already got a different cult in it. Let's move
You
on.
know, we are the writers.
It already has a different cult in it. Let's move on.
all right.
Alright.
We should continue.
I guess the next step, just looking at my notes, So I guess this is where we get into it. One of the big ones is they have been charged with so much child abuse.
Yep.
Like, a ridiculous amount of child abuse. I have the list of things that you can hit your kids over.
Yeah, that they
And-
say, like, this is okay to do.
Yeah. In fact, they say that one of their things is if your child, like if you grow up to be, like, a bad person or whatever, you weren't beat enough as a child. That is a quote from them.
Yes, that is a quote.
It sucks, and it's awful. Let's hear some of the, quote, transgressions. These suck so much.
Transgressions!
List
Oh
of
my god!
That's what it says! Transgressions listed in their thing include making diaper changes difficult, failing to refer to adults in Hebrew, you know, like your mother and father, refusing to eat, whistling, dancing or singing incorrectly, not being fast enough at writing or studying, not finishing their food, eating or drinking without permission, saying forbidden words, and I am not exaggerating, saying forbidden words like guy, dude, poop, and pee.
Yep.
Well, there goes Wayne.
Yep.
Guy, dude, poop, and pee.
God, we lose Wayne immediately.
The new
God,
Nickelodeon
no,
show.
not Wayne.
No. My god. Using the bathroom without permission. Accidentally breaking anything. Whispering. Not being in bed on time. Wearing clothes not chosen by the community. Being, quote, passive-aggressive, which in the teaching explains as standing on the outside while being seated on the inside, meaning the child obeys but seems resentful. What the fuck?
My lord.
I don't remember that one. That one's fucking weird. They're all fucking weird.
No,
saw that
I
in
don't
today.
say like that's fucked up. They're all fucked up.
They are all
man.
fucked up, correct.
They're all strange.
Okay, there's a few more. Complaining, screaming, or crying while being beaten. You know, a natural fucking response. Failing to be prompt even when obedient. Speaking to another
God.
child without permission. And engaging in any form of fantasy.
Yep. These are all their list of transgressions that say if your child is doing this, you have full free to
You can hit them.
take out the thin bamboo-like rod on them. That's
Frickin'
exactly what they
switch.
quote. Yep.
That quote from many ex-members are just like, yeah, we were beaten as kids with bamboo-like rods.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, there's multiple people that have escaped. You know, they've gotten out. And, like, they're like, no, it's so much worse than what you can imagine. It's bad.
It's so nutty.
It's bad. Their child abuse is so... They got it on...
So they're on the East Coast and the West Coast.
There's none in the middle.
Because I've
Yes.
never heard
There
of any
is-
of them around me.
Hold on. I have the map for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
no.
very helpfully have a map of all of their locations. And I
There
was
you
not
go.
happy.
No wonder they're not in Texas. We would chase them off.
And here's the rest of the world.
Yeah, they got
No
a few...
fucking way.
Yes, this is a global thing. The global
Hold
thing is
on.
actually how they got the video of child abuse, because...
Okay, but what's the difference between like the plant and
Oh, I'm
the
so glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked. So, oh, sorry, Cass. We've been posting these screenshots. I think Cass's phone is blowing up. But, so, blue ones are just communities, because this is a cult, and they want
That's
to
like the
live
community houses, yeah.
communally. They want you to be completely reliant on the community. You cannot have any personal possessions, and you cannot leave. You are stuck there. The only time you're allowed to leave
Okay.
is to go recruiting. And
Disgusting.
yeah. And they specifically, this was something I found during my research. They specifically go looking for, what is it? Like, college towns. They will plant themselves near colleges, which makes sense. I live in a
There
college
is
town.
one in the college town that I went to. That was the one I saw.
Yeah, they plant themselves near colleges because they're like, we don't want people to get a higher education and, you know, not join us.
Who
And
better
so
to recruit than aimless college kids?
yeah, they're like, oh, people dissatisfied with the education system. Let's go for them. Which, you know, I get it, fair, but also like, no, no,
Fair, but not fair.
fair but not fair. The yellow ones are their
Put that on a
restaurants.
shirt. Yes.
Those are the restaurants, and you'll see a lot of the times it's covered up by the blue, but right next to every community, there is one of those restaurants. 'Cause
Yes.
it's easy
Hold
to be
on.
like,
I'll-
oh,
I'll get the one that's just the restaurants. Here you go.
yeah. And they're like, hey, you enjoy our food? Why not come back and see our community where we make all this stuff?
It's like 5 miles away.
Yeah,
not
it's
that
just
far.
right around the corner. They strategically have done this.
Yes.
Okay, but what's the green and the red?
I don't. What's the red one? I don't remember. But I know
I'll
the
look
green.
up
The
what
green
the
is their
red
farms
is.
because they're quote self-sufficient.
That's what I was assuming is it was farms.
Yeah.
Which their farms look to be in weird areas to have farms.
Yes, you are correct.
The one red is their bakery.
They have a singular
Wait.
bakery in the UK.
In the ocean.
Oh, yeah, that is in the ocean.
Good job.
There's
Oh,
good job,
There's
them.
another red, which is their markets, which there are only 4.
Oh, yeah, they sell candles, too. They can sell
Yeah.
candles. They have a lot of things.
You
but
know, there's nothing quite like having a cult and candles. Did they also sell black robes? Discounted?
I wouldn't. You joke, you jest, you make the funnies, but I would not.
I
doubt
have to
it.
make the funnies because
know.
I am dreading this, man.
I know. But the overseas location is where they got the footage of just the abuse, the child abuse,
And being raided.
and yeah, and they got raided. But like the thing is, this isn't just it's an out of context clip that goes on for maybe 5 minutes. No, they got it for 3 hours. Because
God, it's in
Yeah.
Australia.
yes, it's also in
Yep.
Australia. We made I made the joke of just like, yo, we could send David.
Yeah.
They'll take him. He's white.
We'll never see him again. Yeah, I was about to say these have to be white communities. One, because crazy cult. But two,
yes.
Oh,
but two, they are listed in white communities, such as like I'm looking at this map, South.
Here's
South
one
America
of
and-
their for you. Here is one of the photos of them, of one of their communities.
do you like their single? Do you like the single
Mhm.
black man? So diverse.
Well, they do have a single black woman too, but I mean, still not helping.
No, it is not.
Out of the other 30.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like 30 in this
Like
photo.
I said, still not
Mhm.
helping. I'm just kind of describing for people who cannot see this image, but
Yeah.
wow, the house is fitting.
Yes.
Let me guess. Mr. Green Shirt is the priest or the lead.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's
He's
the
insane.
only one not really truly waving.
He's got that forced smile, like he was dragged out to be
He
here.
looks like the leader.
He looks like the leader. Is that the leader? It could be.
That looks like
The leader is dead now, by the way.
Yes, he's been
Oh,
dead the
but-
last year.
But we'll get there.
Well, I meant like leaders of the community, not so
Oh,
much
leaders
like
of the
head
Perhaps,
leader.
perhaps. Anyways,
But
continue, Fish.
I want to read out a quote from their stance on slavery and racism. The redacted teach their followers that the Bible holds that blacks are servants of whites and that slavery was, quote, a marvelous opportunity for black people.
A marvelous opportunity.
A marvelous opportunity. What the fuck? Why would you say that in
Opportunity.
2018?
That made my stomach tighten up, and I want to vomit right now.
Yeah!
Because you're normal.
I believe when we were telling this to Cass said, it's not a job.
Yeah, it's not a job.
No,
You're not
it's
getting
not.
promoted.
My god. It's like, no. To get back more to personal experience real quick. So my cousin, Me, my mom, and my cousin went out to lunch at Chili's. My mom went to go grab something from the car, which, fun fact, and I guess happy Pride Month, because, we never said it. Happy Pride Month! Anyway.
I just didn't want to make the connection.
No.
I want to do that at the end of the podcast to just be like, "And Happy Pride Month."
That's
no.
fair. I'm only saying it right now because this is a little related. This was the lunch where I told my cousin I was ace. Because she thought I was like, oh, I don't want you to look at my phone. And she's like, what, do you have, like, porn on there or something? And I'm like, no. She's like, oh, you never know. And I just look at her and I'm like, have I not told you? She's like, what? And I'm like, oh, well, surprise. Anyway, later on. That's just a little fun fact to get off of the cult stuff for just a moment. We were eating and we're talking, and she brings up, yeah, there's this great place around where I work, or I think it's where her boyfriend lives. I don't remember which one. Somewhere where she can access it. She goes, there's this great place. You know, I love going to, I love going to, love going to Redacted. Ooh, that was almost a slip up. It was close. Ooh. It was close. She's like, yeah, I love going to Redacted. Fuck, that was close. And I was like, my guy, you know they're a cult. She goes, oh yeah, they're, cause here's the thing, right? Is most of the patrons that go know they're a cult. A lot of people know. But like us, like we were talking about, that's where a lot of people's, like, research ends. They're like, yeah, they're a cult, but like, hey, they make good food. That's where it stops. They don't know the rest. They haven't gone the deep dive like we have. Because when you do, you're like, I don't want to support these people. Proven by when I was talking to her, and I was like, no, you shouldn't go there. They are legitimately a cult. I've done my research. And she looked ready to defend it. Of just like, it's not that bad. It's fine. And I just immediately
there is no good cult.
It's like, you know, it's the mindset.
It is a religion at that point if it is not a cult.
Yeah. It's like, when she looked ready to defend it, and I just went, okay, they very regularly abuse children. And I just start laying out all the facts, and at some point she just goes, but like, have you had their strawberry cheesecake? I'm like, my guy.
Children are being beaten.
And she's like, I know, I can't support that, but their food's so good. And I'm like,
learn to cook.
You can find
learn
other places.
To fucking cook, man.
You can find other places. She's like, but they gave me a calendar. And I'm like, get rid of it.
And that's the cult mentality, my friend.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
The thing is, they weren't trying to recruit her. They were trying to recruit her boyfriend, who is white. She's like, yeah, I've noticed they kind of talk to him a lot. And I'm like, yeah, because they're recruiting. It's like,
recruiting white people.
It's...
Which, that says a lot, that white people as a whole are stupid. And as a white person, I can agree.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It was funny because, I bring it up sometimes. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, you had the cult food. You used to eat at a cult. Just as a joke. And she's like, yeah, I had to throw away the calendar. And I'm like, that's a good step. That's good.
Yeah, because it got tracker in it.
Yeah.
Step 1 to healing.
The calendar apparently had, like, locations of all of the worldwide locations. It was a different one per month. By the way, she said I could say all this. She was like, have fun talking about that on your podcast. And I went, oh, I will, thank you. But she... It had locations of all the world. She was planning on traveling to different, like, locations around the world. She wanted to go to them. She wanted to see them all. And I'm like, I'm so glad I told you before you made plans.
Yeah, because that's the fucking cult mentality.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Dear God.
Goodness. And the funny part is, right? You know my family. We all play Pokemon Go.
Like a cult.
Yeah, that one's like one of the fun cults, you know?
That's the good one.
That's the good one. But
that's the one where you walk in front of cars, Fishy.
I don't know, that's just... yeah. Yeah, okay. My side tangent, when my cousin, like, not the one that went to the cult, the other one, when he got back into Pokemon Go, he's like, hey, let's go to this, like, this place. this like local park, and he takes me there. We go there at like sunset, and I'm like, we shouldn't be here too long, you know, it's gonna get dark. And he goes, oh, it's gonna get dark. And then he is so absorbed in the game that eventually I look up and we are in literal Slenderman territory, and I'm like, we should leave. And he's like, oh, are you scared? And I'm just like, my guy, look up. And he looks around and goes, oh, we should leave.
Oh my god.
I'm like, this is why the two of us can't go anywhere alone, because we're fucking idiots.
To
Anyway,
wander.
the reason I'm bringing up Pokemon Go is because it was a Pokestop.
Yep.
The
Of course it
establishment
was.
a
They did anything
Pokestop.
they could to lure people.
Yeah. And then my cousin's in the fucking chat. God damn it. Yeah, see, he's saying I'm right. Anyway.
Hi, Fish, cuz.
Anyway,
Huh?
so one of the times we were talking, I brought up the whole, oh yeah, you know, the cult thing, and then she's like, I need you to accept my gift because I've been holding on to, because in the game, you know, when you spin a Pokestop, because you know it's location based, you can get a gift of that location. She had the
Mamma mia!
oh fuck.
Shh. It's okay.
Oh well, you know what? We're 30 minutes in. It's fine. No copyright people are gonna look this. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna say
The
it
stream
again.
immediately gets 20 more
Yeah.
viewers.
Oh my god.
Fishy just
God
goes
damn it.
offline.
I was reading the fucking screenshot. God damn it.
I work so hard.
I did. I made it 30 minutes without mentioning it. Oh well. I'll censor it in the when I edit this for the other thing.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I'll just censor it. No one will know.
This whole segment is just nothing but beep the whole time.
No, I'll give them context. I'll put like Mario noises over it. They'll hear the wah.
Oh yeah, it's even better. You do the Yoshi sound.
Oof.
Continue.
Okay. But I'll post the screenshot in here. She sent it to me. There it is.
Yeah.
She sent me the gift.
Ow.
She sent it to me in Pogo.
The upset Pikachu says everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like I can never go here again.
So glorious.
Oh, goodness. Funny thing is, so, Collin, you went there again recently, right? Well, not recently, but like,
Earlier last month, yes.
yeah.
But you said you never went in, correct?
No.
I never went in, but when I went back, I told the friend that I was staying with that Fishy and I had deep dove, and I told them all about it. And I have a photo of me in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you were gonna bring up?
Yeah,
Fish?
the photo. And just the joke, because he
Why do
sends-
you guys live dangerously?
well, you know, you gotta have, like, it's better to keep things interesting, and it gives us podcast
Here
topics.
you go.
There it is. There he is in front of
Yeah,
me.
your face says everything, but
He sent me this, and I said, be careful, you're white. He'll try to recruit you. Oh. They also, what is it? So, they have been investigated by the, what is it? The, like, anti-cult government thing multiple times. The problem is, like, the most famous one that took place in, like, 84, was not done, like, was not authorized or anything. Or, like, there was a lot of, you know, they liberated a lot of kids. They saved a lot of kids. However, it was not done legally. There was, like, some weird legal bullshit about it.
Of course.
So, they got away. They got away with it. They were just like, we'll leave him be. It's fine. Which seems to be a pattern with these people. Of just people going, it's fine. It's fine. It's not
And
fine.
then just waving money at it, yeah.
Yeah. It's awful. It's fucking A. They've had multiple raids done in, like, different places. Because, you know, like, there's different laws across the seas and all that around about, like, what they can get away with and shit. So overseas branches have been caught for things. Like I said earlier, the overseas one is how we got the video of the child abuse, which did I mention it before? I feel like I'm talking in circles a little bit because there's just
You are a bit, yeah.
yeah. It's just why so much child abuse? Don't beat your kids. It's
They're the easiest ones to mold.
I know, but like
Mhm.
don't hit your
I'm not
kid for
saying
whistling.
it needs to be done. I'm just
No.
saying that's why they're doing
You're
it.
offering an
I know why they're
explanation,
doing it.
that's all.
Yeah, but just the read like Rod.
Yeah, no, cults are the organized religion that has gone too far.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no good cult. I have heard people try in the past to be like, oh, well, this cult's good. I'm like, no. Cult is a negative connotation. There will never be a good cult.
No.
Because there's organized religion, and that's organized religion.
There's a difference. You're not living with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to like a boarding school that's like Catholic.
No, I mean,
but that's different.
there's some religions where you do live with each other, and that's fine. It's just it's one of those to where it's a lot more of a brainwash thing is when it starts becoming a cult to
Yes.
where they control everything in your life.
Yes, which is what
And
they
some
do.
can argue some religions do that, but not in this sense.
Not to this degree, where they're just like live in our community, take from only our farms. They don't let you have any possessions, legitimately, which is what makes it so hard for people like trying to sneak in and get evidence, because they're just like, no, you're not allowed to have any earthly possessions. So like they mentioned, oh, you get in trouble for partaking in what was it, fucking something fantasies. Engaging in any form of fantasy. So like,
Yes.
any books, video games, TV, all that stuff. That's a no-go. Unless, of course, you buy it from the website. From their publications about the stone and some weird thing about was it Pink Floyd? I think it was Pink Floyd.
That was one of them, yeah.
That was weird. But like,
And though,
yeah, no. It's
to buy from their website, you need a computer. If you can't have a computer, how do you buy from the website?
true.
I know they want you just to go into their store, but
But it's for the it's like, we're a hip, cool new cult because they're aiming for
So does that mean you also have to give up, like, your credit cards?
Yeah. I think
Okay,
so.
so
no
they tell you to
video
pretty much
games, no TV.
right, but if they have you give up like your credit cards and all that, that means they're starting to take away any way to track you. So when you go missing,
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are multiple reports of people dying on there because they were not giving like
Moment.
sufficient medical treatment because they can't go anywhere. They're stuck there. How are they supposed to get medical attention if they, don't have a car or they
also the fact that like you don't have permission to eat or drink.
Yes.
And if your leader is pissed at you, well, it looks like you're starving.
Oh, speaking of the leader, he's dead now.
Yep.
We spent so much time trying to, because they're just like, oh, he died. What do they do? And I'm just looking up like, what the fuck did he die from? And for a while, like, no publications wanted to say anything about how he died. And I was like, why? We for a while suspected foul play as a joke. We were just like, oh my god, what if someone killed him and they're covering it up? Whoa. It's not that interesting. He just was old and like stopped breathing. Just that was it. But I found it interesting that all of the people that were reporting on this, because this is a popular feels like the wrong word. I think infamous. That's the one. This is an infamous cult. And they were talking about how like, oh, he's dead. And they didn't have anyone to replace him. They said, I think the quote was like,
Could have gotten the stone.
they could have gotten the stone. That probably would have done better. Been less racist. And less
Can you
abusive.
imagine though? They like welcome you into the cult, and it's like, come meet our leader, and it's just a fucking boulder.
It's just a boulder.
It's a boulder, but it's in like a black, cloak and everything with
It-
candles lit around it that
it's
they
got-
got from the shop.
It's got the
It
little
was-
hat with like the cross.
Hmm
God, that'd be better.
That would be actually hilarious. But
I'd love to see that. But let's see. They said, quote, "He was supposed to lead us until the second coming of Christ. We don't know what to do now."
Yep.
And
how
it's
recently did he
oh.
die?
2021, I think.
June or July 2021. So literally almost-
Recently. Holy
Yeah,
so
shit.
like
So
a
he
year.
literally
Last
just
year.
abandoned them.
Yep.
It
He
Yeah.
just popped out.
I like how you say he stopped breathing, and I'm like, fucker got COVID.
It might be.
It was COVID. It had to be.
It could-
Because that was one of the huge things of
Well, he
you
was
couldn't
also
breathe.
he was also like 80, 90.
He was also like 87. Yeah.
Right. He's going to be susceptible to it, and plus they don't have medicine.
Oh, but if they acknowledge the fact that it was COVID,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, that shows like
That goes against everything. So
Mhm.
he had COVID.
So he definitely died of COVID.
He died from COVID.
Motherfucker died
Man.
of COVID, and they're just like, no, he just stopped breathing one day.
Yeah,
That's why you
no.
can't find the info on it.
No, see, people don't say he stopped
That's true.
breathing.
We had to
no
look
one.
for hours, not hours.
Not
It was
hours,
like
like
10 minutes.
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
Hours.
Which is quite a while considering most of the shit we just did one Google search and it was right there.
Yeah.
hmm
That's interesting though, that like
Because again, they would have said he died in his sleep.
yeah,
If he died in his sleep.
they didn't say that. They just
He
said,
died because he stopped breathing. Like, that's not. No one says that.
He
Mm.
just stopped living one day.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
just
know.
looked over.
He
and
just
like,
he
there's the
just
corpse.
stopped not aliving, or did not alive.
You want me to try that one again?
No.
Okay.
He committed the act of no longer living.
Mhm.
No, because that
No.
means he did it himself.
It's true.
His lungs ceased. His life ceased.
COVID did him in.
COVID.
I'm going with
Yep.
that.
But it's interesting, right? That all of this stuff is literally just one Google search away. It was not hard to find any of this. I found articles, there's the Wikipedia page, their own damn website. All of this is just like one Google search away, and yet, most people don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Yeah. It's like,
But to be fair, my state and the states around me have probably never heard of them either.
that's true. Like,
But-
if you're in the middle, you probably have it. But, like, say, like me and Colin, we found this stuff out just because we were like, oh, there's more. But, like,
Just because we were out and about, yeah.
yeah.
I do wonder, though. I do wonder, because I do live in the South. I do live in Texas. There are a lot of Bible belts around here. I wonder if that's why they can't form anything over here, because the Bible belts will go after them immediately.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. I know they started in, like, Tennessee, I believe. That's where the first one was.
Yes.
They were
They
actually-
still got a little bit of a Bible belt, so
They originally were, they were originally shut down. They shut them down
Oh.
initially, and they had to go elsewhere. And then eventually they're just like, nah, you can come back in, alright, you can go back. And just like, you should not have let them.
But
You
they're
should not.
strawberry shortcake or
But
whatever.
they're strawberry cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
I don't know. I went there years ago. Maybe the food got better. I was like, well, it's food. I didn't have many strong emotions about it.
Real question. Since this cult is white people and they have a restaurant, do you think they use seasoning? Or is that against their religion or cult?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to unlock because the only thing that was of note was
was
the
it
fact that
bland white people food? The fact you can't remember it makes me think.
it was probably bland white people food. At
And
least
don't
when
get me
I
wrong,
went.
I
Maybe they
love
got better.
Southern comfort food, but like there are some Southern comfort food that has absolutely no seasoning.
I don't know. I had like a sandwich and some chips, and then that suspicious cola that was opened when they gave it to me. That was the part that made me stop.
Why
and
would
be
they
like,
use inferior products?
Why would they use inferior products? But I was like,
Was
why did they
open when they gave it to you?
Yeah, because it was a bottle. That's why I'm like, That was the reason why I was telling people, like, stop, don't actually acknowledge the fact that they might have poisoned me, because that was the thing I kept thinking back to, of just, like, it was opened when they handed it to me.
But you're like, don't, I need sanity.
I was like, don't do this to me. I'm legitimately getting nervous. I mean, we know now I wasn't poisoned, but, like,
Yeah.
it's me. Is it really that far of a leap in logic to just be like, you know, we're sitting there, we're in a chat, and I was like, oh, I was poisoned by a cult once.
See, I like to think that Fishie's over here worried about the cola, and what it was is the cult leader in the back making the sandwiches didn't wash his hands.
I would not.
Which one's worse now?
Which one's worse? This was pre-pandemic. Pre-COVID. Just some pre-COVID disease. Also known as the flu.
Yeah.
That is what it is. God.
Huh. Okay, so I guess my question out of this is, both of you are like, oh my god, I have that cult here, I have that cult here. Why are you guys talking about cults?
Like we said, it just happened to come up.
We just started
But
talking
why?
about it.
But why?
It was because it was okay. I remember how it started. It's because I was talking about me going to see my friend, and then I said, "Oh yeah, we walked past this restaurant that he told me it was a cult. It was called something something da 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 da." And Fishy said, "There's one near you," and I said, "There's more." And then that was
Okay.
the meeting.
Okay, that makes more sense. I just was like thinking it's a, oh, hey, so we have this cult that just opened next door. Oh my god, me too.
You know, that's not a large leap in logic. I can see. Where
I
you're
know,
coming
but I just
from.
wanted to figure out where you guys got it from, because the whole time it's been a few months and you guys have been like giggling like, oh, Jex doesn't know, save it for the podcast,
We have
save
been
it for the
there for a
podcast.
while.
And I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about. Don't look it up. Okay.
It's because it's
This
better.
really was like March or April.
This wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Around
Yeah,
the time
it's
of the
been
first
a few
podcast.
months. It's been a few months of like, we should talk about this topic. Jax doesn't know.
It's because it's
Yep.
better if we have someone that doesn't know, someone to genuinely react to all these atrocities that we found.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it more
I'm not
genuine.
gonna lie, I thought it was like some sort of meme or like something connected to the Yellow Submarine.
Oh, I wish. Oh, I wish. That'd be so much. That's what I thought when I saw it for the first time. I was like, oh, that's cute. They're basing it on a Beatles song.
Beatles.
That's cute. It's not. It's not in any way. No real. They wouldn't have the Beatles.
Mm-mm.
They wouldn't have it. They have only their church music. So they have no idea.
Yeah, the Beatles would have been devil music.
It would have been.
Helter Skelter, it was the devil's music.
Yeah. It says right there, it's got hell in it. Ooh, we can't do that. Oh, yeah. One last thing is, of course, favorite topic, sexism. Everyone's favorite.
I mean, you gotta abuse the children and the women.
Yeah.
And the minorities. You gotta get all of them.
Yeah.
It's not a cult without that.
Courting a mate is the best way I can describe this.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I just made a face.
Yeah. It's I'll just read the quote. Courtship within Redacted involves, quote, a waiting period in which the man or woman expresses their desire to get to know the other person. The couple then receives input from the community while spending time together. The couple is engaged if their parents, or the entire community, if they are adults, confirm their love and compatibility. The couple is then permitted to hold hands.
Yep.
R2 to hold hands!
So grand.
God. Just then they're allowed to hold hands.
But why?
I don't know.
Well, I know why. It's to control the women.
Well, yeah,
But-
we all know why, but it's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why would they do this?
You know, I just wanted to have a nice Saturday. I just wanted to
No.
wake up and just have a nice Saturday, make a cup of coffee, work on some art,
Well, you can still
and
do
just
that.
go on with my life, not thinking about cults.
You can still do that, except for the last part.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better people know about it.
No, it is. It is. But
Be sure to avoid redacted, everybody.
Yeah, don't go anywhere near redacted. And when you see someplace and you're like, ooh, this is a new place.
If you see something, speak up.
See something, speak up.
yeah.
Please use Google.
Please,
Please, my God,
don't
use
speak
Google.
up in the vicinity, though.
Oh yeah, don't
Yeah.
do it there.
Yeah, don't do that.
Speak up
They-
away from the vicinity. Do not make
They'll
a.
probably do something bad to you.
Oh, they will follow you home.
No guarantees,
Yes.
but
They will
Yes.
follow you home, find where you live, and you will eventually.
no, we
go
don't want to
missing.
spread any rumors.
No.
No, you will eventually go missing. Like,
Yeah.
do not go after any kind of cult and say anything.
No, I mean,
That is how people go missing.
pretty much, like, I'm not spreading any, like, falsities or anything. Everything that I've found is just literally a Google search away.
No. You're fine. You're on the internet. I'm talking like people that
Oh, I
like
know.
walk into the actual place and are like, "Did you know? This
Did you
place
know
is
that
a
you guys
cult."
are a cult? Were you aware of this? Do you want me to call the
Yeah.
cops? We'll call the what is it? The anti-cult.
Tugs its shirt collar.
Lord.
Yikes. That's gonna be a no from me, guy.
It's great
a
because
little
it's
cringe.
one of the colors that I absolutely despise. So I'm good.
It works out. All right, we got like a minute left before it's an hour. I genuinely was not sure we were able to go a whole hour talking about
Same.
this fucking cult, but here we are. All right, I guess any closing remarks?
I'm gray, romantic, and bisexual. Woo!
Oh.
Pride Month.
Pride Month.
Um. And be bi, romantic, and demisexual.
Oh shit!
Yay.
Gender fluid. I forgot that one.
Yeah.
I'm simple.
Let's
I'm
go.
Just ace.
You got cut out.
Oh. I'm just ace.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. That's still valid.
Absolutely.
Fair. Just like y'all are listed off like 5 different things, and I'm just here like I have my one.
Bruh, it took me forever. It just slowly kept unraveling, and I went, oh yeah, this one? That one fits too. Oh shit, I didn't realize that.
There's oh man.
Yeah. But, yeah, happy Pride Month. Stay away from cults.
Happy Pride Month, guys.
Please stay safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take care of yourselves, my guys. My
Don't
gays.
trust overly friendly people.
Be careful if you are white and near a cult.
I thought you were about to say White Miracle Whip. My
No.
bad.
What? How? Where? Why?
No.
My God.
Green is elsewhere, man.
All right.
Trying to still digest all the facts.
Yeah, there's a lot. And like there's probably still more that we even forgot to talk about. But like
Yeah.
everything
Oh, I'm sure I'll hear it. I'm sure I'll hear it.
Yeah, now that we
Because
can
now
say
we can
things.
tell you now. Yeah.
Oh,
if you
I'm
have
glad,
any
I'm glad.
questions, we can have follow-ups. Just not on camera.
Yeah.
Where I can actually say the name of these things.
At last.
Woo!
If Fishie is still here, the cult's coming for you, Fishie.
No.
That's true. That's
Not
true. I'm calling him right now. Beep boop.
Were you about to say not again?
It was on the tip of my tongue. It really was.
boop.
Not even gonna lie. It really was.
Well, we'll tune in like next month if we do another live stream, or we do just where we get all together and record a bunch.
Yeah.
And probably just play
We'll
them.
Figure it out.
Fishie will be missing by then, and you'll know why.
Finally,
Yeah.
I will miss a podcast.
1 out of
One
Yeah.
of
Well, I mean, Collin hasn't missed one either.
True.
not yet.
Not y-
Yeah.
That's a threat. All right. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.